Hallå? Där är något ljud. Hallå? Där är något ljud. Ja, nu hörs någonting i alla fall. Jag hör mig själv. Jaha, hoppsan. Ja, nu hörs någonting i alla fall. Hallå? Jag hör mig själv. Jaha, hoppsan. Hello? Can people hear me? Yes! Yes! There we are. Oh, okay. Oh, damn it. There's sound everywhere. Hello! Welcome back to this live show. It's been a while. Well, it's been 2 weeks. We skipped last week, and now it's all three of us again. That was a long time ago. So please excuse the technical difficulties. I'm not used to having 3 people on screen at the same time. I'm not even sure which microphone is picking up the sound right now. Is it this one? Nope, I think it's this one. I don't know. Either way, there's sound, and I'm pretty sure they can hear you as well, guys. Right?
I don't know.
I
We haven't been talking.
No, all right, no, but yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, they can hear you. That's fine. We're all audible. Sorry about that, but we are up and running. And yes, this episode last week, as I don't know if you don't follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. It's down here. But I put up a short little video message there because my internet was knocked out because of a thunderstorm. So that's why we didn't do a show last week. But we're back now, and we're going to talk about some new stuff that's coming out of Comic-Con. About my favorite topic in this world, franchises, the Marvel Cinematic Universe franchise, to be more specific. Yeah, but first, we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the new Halloween sequels that are coming out. But first, I just got to ask you, because I'm having a bit of an existential crisis, at least here on YouTube. I'm always perpetually in existential crisis in life, but right now on YouTube, I'm just wondering. I've been putting out a lot of stuff recently, like several videos a day, or at least once a day. And I'm just gonna ask you, I don't know how much of those you've been watching. Are you feeling I am spreading myself too thin, or watering down the channel as a concept by doing like clickbaity trailer reactions and these news shows? I don't know. I just want an honest answer, because I'm wondering myself, like, I'm getting lots of views, but I'm feeling I'm not really putting all the effort in to make it quality content. So
Are you asking us or your audience?
No, I'm asking you and the audience. You first and the audience second.
I mean, I think I'm one of your viewers, basically. But I think they're fine as they are. They're good. They're short, informative. I mainly watch the important news update, so I don't have to Google shit.
Okay.
That's basically my prep work for the streams. Okay. I watched that show, then I'm prepared for the topics we discuss here.
Well, at least those shows are working then. People don't have to Google stuff. I'll do it for them. That's kind of the point of news shows, I suppose.
How much? I would say it's working. I mean, it's better to release a lot of different stuff than just one stuff once a week, I'd say.
Oh, sure.
Because that's also then you get a bigger audience. Maybe some people only watch the important news, or someone only watch Please Don't Make a Scene. Something for everyone. Right. But I mean, the most important thing is that you think that it's good enough to post. If it's not, then why do it?
Yes. And I've so far, I am confident in the quality level. It's just that I've always kind of been dismissive of other channels doing trailer reactions, because it's like now, having done it, I think I've done 14 videos in the last 3 weeks, 14 trailer reactions. It's the easiest stuff to make. I mean, literally, from me sitting down and hitting record to it being up on YouTube, it's 10 minutes, and I get a few hundred views or 100 views. I mean, it's so easy. So I'm always worried that I'm just doing it for the clicks. thinks that's a thing. But so far,
Nah,
I'm trying to
I don't
inject.
think so.
No, yeah,
I mean,
I'm trying.
people that are watching your channel value your opinion,
Yeah,
so they want to see your reaction to what your thoughts are on certain trailers and movies that are coming out.
mm. Yeah, that's the important thing that I at least try to inject as much like information, my own opinion of course, but also information about the movie that I'm doing a trailer reaction for. But yeah, I just needed to get someone else's opinion on that because it's a little like, oh my god, am I selling out? With that? Not selling out, but you know. Oh well. There, crisis averted for now. I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. So let's get on to the actual topics of this stream. And we're going to start with the little smaller news before we get to the Marvel stuff and the Comic Con stuff. Just like out of the blue, Jason Blum, the owner and creator, whatever you want to call it, the boss of Blumhouse Pictures, announced that they're doing 2 Halloween sequels back to back, basically. Yeah, Halloween Kills in 2020 and Halloween Ends in 2021, and they're supposed to be sequels to the Halloween sequel slash reboot of last year. And neither of you guys saw that one, right?
No.
No, the
I'm.
last we saw was Rob Zombie. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, personally, I think Halloween is such a like. It was a dead concept after the second original one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I don't care. I never really cared. The first two ones, well, yeah, the first one and two is they're good movies.
Mm.
Three, I hear it's good, but it's not a Halloween movie. The rest sucks. I mean, and why? It's not even an interesting thing. It's not even an interesting killer. It's not an interesting story. It's just meh.
I gotta say though, out of those, the three like big movie serial killers, Freddy, Michael, and Jason, I'd say
Yeah.
that Michael as a concept is the most interesting one, and that's why the first movie works so well because he's not just a killer; he's like the embodiment of evil, um, and that's also because he is the most interesting one of them. That franchise is the one that has been consistently like the, the worst one to watch
Yeah, but
because
I disagree. I disagree because that incarnation of evil thing, that's just they don't really mean that. Loomis says that, but only because like it's metaphorically. And then later on, there's like a cult in one movie, and then they forget about that and move on. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
at least Freddy and Jason are supernatural and are established as supernatural and keep being supernatural throughout the entire series.
Mm.
Well, Jason becomes supernatural in the second one, I think so. But
Oh, that one,
so
yeah, the Jason one is all over the place.
yeah, but I mean, at least they other try to do something new. And Halloween is just boring. It's just a crazy killer who doesn't say anything, has no personality.
Wow.
I mean, eh.
Yeah. You
First
mean
and second one is great. First and
okay?
second one is great.
Yeah,
They're
First and second one
yeah,
is
classics.
and
because
that's
it
that.
it works for two movies. Why have
Oh,
they made like 14 of them?
I completely agree with that one. Like the first movie is the one that works, and the second one is it's fine because it's basically like an expansion pack of the first movie.
Yeah,
I like the third one because it's weird and it's
yeah,
funny.
that doesn't count in the series really.
Exactly, because they were trying to make an anthology thing out of it. The other sequels, yeah, I do enjoy the fourth one because it's almost like a reboot. Because like we gotta bring Michael back, but he technically died. But let's just make the same movie, but with a little kid instead. That one is actually it's enjoyable, but only as a surface level like horror movie. Whereas the first one, I do think it works on a thematic level with the whole evil thing. Like he's just a crazy killer, but he represents that evil, that
Mm.
kind of intangible evil thing that exists in the world. So it works on that level, and they should never have made any more sequels. It
No,
should have just been that one.
Isn't
that
that the problem with the, I mean, horror movies and slasher movies? They should, most of them should end at two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because the
mean,
concept doesn't work after a while.
no, I agree. Like,
Although I like the sequels of
sh- yeah,
Friday the 13th.
yeah. I was gonna say the only one that like could work with sequels is Friday the 13th because it's so
Dumb.
simple. It's so dumb. So let's just make another one where Jason kills people. So
I mean,
that works.
Nightmare on Elm Street works too.
It
I think I meant
works.
Nightmare on Elm Street more. I'm more into Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sure. It works. But I mean,
Like the Dream Warriors thing, it's so
yeah. But this
awesomely bad.
none of the
Yeah.
sequels are as good as the first one in Nightmare on Elm Street.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the third one I think is better story wise than the first one. And the fourth one has still one of the best practical effects in any horror movie. Right up there with The Thing.
With what effect?
Well, no, the entire movie. The
Oh,
entire
okay.
movie is filled with great practical effects.
Sure, but I don't know. Those later ones, they basically don't have a story. It's just people going around.
Come on,
getting
the third
killed.
one is a great story.
Oh yeah, the third one, like the fourth and
Yeah.
the fifth and the sixth.
Oh
one
yeah,
is
no,
just,
not those, but
They're-
the third one is better story wise, and the fourth one is better than effect wise. So
Yeah.
the sequels are better than the first one. That's all I'm saying.
all right.
Yeah, the sequels are definitely better than the first Nightmare on Elm Street. There's no doubt about it.
All right. I won't argue. This is not a discussion about horror franchises.
No.
But
Those two works with sequels because they are so dumb.
yes, they
Yeah.
definitely. Those
And
two
you want
work-
you want you want to
definitely
see
work
them
better.
die in. This is so morbid, but you want to see them die in horrible ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's
what a good
why
slasher
those
should do. Yeah.
those franchises work. I
Yeah.
mean, in my opinion, a good slasher is the first Halloween. It's
Yeah.
the perfect slasher film because you're supposed to be afraid. Like the first Scream movie was good.
Mm,
But the first Halloween, I mean, there's barely any kills in it. I think you like on-screen kills is like
4 or 5.
3 or 4, yeah, and they're
is
not
it
very.
that many?
I think there's because he kills his sister in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the girl in the car. It's
Girl in the car.
yeah, he strangles a girl in the car, and you barely see it.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
escapes,
No, it's later. It's one of the girls he's stalking. He strangles her in the car. Then he
and
kills.
then in the laundry room thing.
No, but it's her, but later, I think.
Okay.
But then it's the guy the only one he actually stabs,
Yeah.
Bob. He puts him up against the wall.
Yeah.
And then that's 3, and then I think it's one more girl.
Yeah, it's the
gets
girl
killed.
when he dresses up as Bob or
Exactly.
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he kills Bob's girlfriend, whatever
Yeah.
her name. I just remember Bob because Bob is such an ugly name. Sorry to all Bobs
Yeah.
out there, but
Yeah, but that's the thing. Even though it doesn't have many deaths on screen or off screen, it's still kind of terrifying. I mean,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the ambience and everything.
well,
And
that's why I think it works better as a horror movie than a slasher movie. Because
Yeah.
like, the Friday the 13th movies they're good slasher movies because they're it's like violent and bloody kills. That's what we want. See dumb teenagers get killed.
Yeah. And
Um,
anyway, that's why I haven't seen the latest Halloween movie
okay, right.
because I don't care. And also the Rob Zombie movie was kind of a disappointment, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
first
kind of
one.
ruined.
The second one has a really interesting concept, but completely
It's-
flubs it. It's a terrible movie with a great
It's
concept.
so weird the ending in
Yeah.
the second one. It's so
But the new
didn't
one,
get it at all.
But a quick rundown of the new one then.
the new one is like I said, it's basically a soft reboot because it's the same story as the first one with some new characters, and Laurie Strode isn't the victim this time; she's like the mentor character.
Okay.
What they do well is that they kind of they strip it down. So yeah, it's just Jason. Sorry, it's just Michael. He's just a crazy person, but they really hammer home this whole evil thing that he's him. He is just a person, but he's just an avatar for evil. So that works. And they go back to like he doesn't have a reason for killing. He just wants to kill. Like in the first movie, he's not specifically after Laurie Strode. It's just that he happens to see her and her friends, and that's why he decides to kill them. And in this new one, he just wants to kill. There's this great like one take where he enters a neighborhood, starts walking around, finds a weapon, goes into a house, kills a lady with it's a hammer. Then he sees that, oh, she has a butcher knife. I'll just take that. Walks into another house, kills another person, and it's all in one take. And it's just like he's just a like killing machine walking forward.
But I mean, you said soft reboot. Has the earlier movie happened, or
The first movie has happened.
okay?
And I guess then maybe the second one counts as well, but
Yeah.
definitely the first one because they reference that whatever her name is, the new girl, I don't remember, Laurie Strode's granddaughter it is.
Mm.
Oh, her grandma was almost killed and 4 of her friends were killed in one night. So they reference that happening. And
But he has just been away since then, or
he has been in Smith's Grove Penitentiary, where he
Okay.
is in the 4th movie, I think.
okay. So in this world, he was captured after the first night. Sort of.
Yes, yes, and the movie starts with him. He's going to be transferred from Smith's Grove to Haddonfield, where he is supposed to be under where Loomis worked.
Yeah.
But he gets out, of course, and starts killing people. And a lot of the movie focuses on Laurie Strode and her granddaughter, and like trying to, kind of like Rob Zombie's second movie. It's more about like how you handle the like post-traumatic stress of having had this killer chase you and then dealing with that your entire life. So it's interesting in that way. But in the end, it's just another Halloween movie. Yeah, sure, it's better than 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8 and whatever, but it's not as good as the first one. Nowhere near as good as the first one.
Yeah.
That doesn't really say anything.
Yeah.
No. What do you think the new ones are gonna be about then?
I have no idea. First of all, the titles: Halloween Kills.
Worst titles ever.
Yeah, that just makes me think of Machete Kills. That's a terrible movie. So, so I have no idea what's gonna happen in that one. They kind of hint spoilers. I don't know, spoilers.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't know if your viewers care, but
No one should care about these movies.
Right. They kind of hint at that the granddaughter, Laurie Strode's granddaughter, kind of goes nuts after what happens in this movie, the 2018 movie. And so there might be something having to do with that. And then,
maybe like a passing the torch kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe. Which they kind of did with the 4th and the 5th movie, but they kind of fucked it up.
Is she called Michelle Myers?
No, I don't even remember what her name is. She's a pretty bad actress. Yeah.
Don't you have to be a bad actor, or at least starting your career,
Well, yeah,
to be in a slasher movie?
Yeah, but this is not that kind of slasher movie. These are like well written and fleshed out characters. So it's not just like stupid teenagers that you want to die. She's like an actual character. So, but then I'm guessing Halloween Ends is gonna be the one where it ends. Like there's gonna be a trilogy. The problem is that when they made Halloween 2, that was supposed to be the last Michael Myers movie. So they killed him, but yet he came back in the 4th one. And then in the 5th one, they said, this is where we kill him off, because they blast him in half in the end.
Yeah.
And he still came back in the 6th one, where they killed him again, for real this time, until they came back in H2O. And then they killed him, but it wasn't him. So he came back, and I was like, so when they say that, oh, we're just gonna do 2 more, I promise. It's like, I don't believe you.
No.
Definitely not.
Yeah, because if these 2 are as successful as that one was, I mean, it pulled in like hundreds of millions of dollars on a pretty small budget.
Wait, the new one?
Yeah, it was or I might be hold on. Let me double check that. I might be over exaggerating. Let's see. But
It didn't get too good reviews, right?
No, we got middling reviews, but it got pretty good like audience reviews, and there was like packed theaters. Let's see here. Box Office Mojo. And I'm pretty sure at least it was a big success. It might not have pulled in hundreds of millions of dollars, but let's see. Halloween 2018. There we have it. Well, yeah. Worldwide, well, yeah, it pulled in $255 million, almost 256, on a budget of 10. So that's why they're making more movies. So
You're literally the only person I know that saw that movie.
yeah, it mostly made the money domestically in America. I guess it's more of a thing over there, I suppose. But yeah, somehow enough people went and saw it, so they made 250 million. So they're definitely making more. And if these are as successful, I don't think they're gonna stop. And then they're just gonna start over, and they're gonna turn this pretty good movie into just another movie in a terrible new franchise. And that's what I'm worried about. And that's what I wrote on Twitter. Let's just leave this one alone. It's a good sequel. Leave it at that. But no. We gotta make more movies.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with doing reboots.
Yeah. But now it feels like they're doing the same mistake again. Like they had a good first movie, so let's make more. But we're gonna make those good as well, but they're not gonna be good. That's the thing. Yeah. So I'm guessing none of you are excited about it at all.
Not at all.
No. And that's.
Are you gonna see it in the cinema?
Probably not in the cinema. I watched this one at home when it came out on digital download. So unless it gets like stellar reviews, if everyone's like, oh my god, it's a horror masterpiece, 10 out of 10, then I might go see it. If they say it's okay but not as good as the last one, I'm not gonna watch it. Fuck that. So yeah, it feels like they're shooting themselves in the foot especially by doing 2 sequels at once.
Well, I mean, they're gonna make the money.
Sure.
I mean, if movies like Resident Evil can make money.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, that's Halloween. I'm very skeptical. But let's move on to something much more interesting. I don't know. I guess it technically
I think it's definitely more interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more, but
I mean, I'm kind of a Marvel fanboy, but I think they should wait a couple of years.
Yeah. But yes,
at least 4 years.
We gotta make money. Yeah, we're gonna discuss the reveal of the Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What was it? It was 10 projects over 2 years.
Yeah.
5 movies and 5 or 6 TV shows, or
5 movies and 5 shows.
That is an insane amount of Marvel stuff in 2 years.
Yeah.
Not like
is it though? When you think about it.
Yeah, but now
because it's gonna be 5 a year. It's basically the same pace.
Yeah, but that's almost 1 every 2 months, and since the TV shows are gonna be at least 10 episodes a season, except for the Hawkeye one.
I don't think any of them were gonna be that long.
Oh,
I think they're all gonna be miniseries.
Yeah, probably 6 4.
Yeah.
I know that the Hawkeye one was going to be a limited series, like a mini series, but the other ones I thought were gonna be regular, at least 8 or 10 episodes.
Okay, just going through the TV shows. Hawkeye is gonna be a limited one.
Yeah.
What if? Not really sure what that is.
That's gonna be an anthology thing, what
was
happened.
that the animated one?
Yeah, that's an animated series.
What happened if the timeline was different or whatever. That's just a fun little anthology.
And that's animated, so that's a totally different department, so really doesn't matter in the same way.
Yeah, I guess.
It isn't really canon.
Yeah, that too. The Loki one, yeah, I mean, it says the first season, but I can't see how that can be more seasons.
Well,
because they have a limited window. Because we know when he dies, and it's what's happened in between those.
Yeah, but that one's gonna be I heard someone describe it as a quantum leap show, where he jumps into the body of historical characters. because
Okay.
he's a shapeshifter. That's Loki's thing. So
Yeah.
Because he
um,
escapes in Endgame.
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know. I guess he. Yeah, I knew that from from
Yeah.
this presentation. But yeah, I didn't. I
Mm.
still haven't
Yeah.
seen the game.
Yeah. It's because, but we know that he disappears in Endgame, but they have also said that he's gonna end up at the same place as in Infinity War.
Mm. Okay.
So there is like an, yeah, sure, it's time travel and so forth. So it's technically can go on for how long they want, but
Yeah.
I don't think it will be that long.
Yeah.
I don't. I'd be surprised if it's more than one season.
We'll see. They do like money.
Yeah, they do, but also, do Tom Hiddleston really want to sign up for several seasons of a show?
I'm pretty sure
I
he
mean,
likes
he's a,
money.
I mean, he's a good actor, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I haven't seen him in other stuff really. He was
Kong.
in Kong Skull Island. I think I've seen him in some like British TV show maybe.
it wasn't that Guillermo del Toro
Yeah,
horror
it was.
movie.
Oh right, Crimson Peak? No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
right.
Crimson Peak.
That was okay.
It was okay.
That was okay.
Yeah. Then another show is WandaVision, which is definitely going to be cancelled after for one season.
Yeah, that one sounds weird.
It doesn't. It's not going to work. I don't even know what it's about, but the most more
it's like a
boring
rom-com.
characters.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
maybe it's gonna be like a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
It's a sitcom.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Maybe that one we're gonna stick around, but I'm
That's the one that sounds
skeptical.
like the most promising.
Yeah,
Because it could be like a
but
like Agent Carter.
It's defined as a web television show. So
Yeah, but I think all
I mean,
of them
that
are.
sounds even
They're
better.
all going to be on Disney Plus or whatever it's called, right?
Access,
all-
yeah, access.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, okay.
So that's they're really banking on their own streaming service.
Yeah.
I think the Hawkeye could be interesting, but
Yeah, because that's a
I
limited
thought-
series.
I mean,
so-
I thought
like
they were
that.
gonna do the Ronin thing.
Hmm.
Apparently, they're not doing it. So
Yeah,
I've already seen that show. It's called Arrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's DC, so you know
That
Marvel
doesn't
gotta make their
count.
own. Yeah, exactly. That doesn't count. Hello.
But the movies I'm more excited about.
I mean, just a last
Oh.
thing about the TV shows. I don't get it. Seems like bad ideas, all of them.
Yeah, like
They should have taken one show, and bought it out from Netflix completely. And it's called The Punisher because that was a good show.
Oh, yeah, it was.
yeah, it's weird that they're not continuing.
It's like
those
the best
shows.
show.
I actually heard why it wasn't Disney's decision. It was Netflix's decision.
Oh, okay.
Well, Netflix who booted them off. Said we don't want to make more because we want to make more original stuff.
Yeah, but then Disney should have just said, "Well, here's $1 billion. We'll buy the rights for it." Because then they have.
Oh yeah.
Then they have like an existing or three. How many shows? 4 existing shows. That
Yeah.
bunch of
They're
people-
like
super successful shows. Like everyone who watched them on Netflix were gonna watch it on Disney, like for sure.
Mm.
It's gonna be some
if
drop
they had
off.
Punisher, I would definitely have watched it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but
that's
also
really weird.
but they can't use them on their own Disney Plus thing because that's gonna be PG only.
Oh no, only PG.
And that's what I've heard. That's the plan.
Oh god, so all these shows are gonna be super kidified, or not super kidified, but they're gonna be tamed down.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh god, that makes
I
it
mean,
even worse.
unless they have like different plans to create like a more like adult
yeah,
side of the app or something.
yeah,
But
like you have
but I've-
Netflix, and then you have Netflix Kids.
yeah, exactly. But what I've heard, they're going towards a PG direction with the Disney app and like most things.
I mean, I can see that for like maybe the What If show and WandaVision, but Falcon and Winter Soldier and definitely Hawkeye. There seems like more adult themed shows.
Yeah. I mean, it was. I'm gonna check. It maybe PG up to 13, maybe. But
yeah,
it
like the
it's-
movies have all been PG-13, so I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Something
So
like that.
yeah. So it's gonna be like the movies.
Okay, well, it's
And
fine. That's fine.
yeah, uh, so the Netflix shows doesn't really fit in there.
Especially not
Yeah.
Daredevil
Yes,
or Punisher.
yeah,
Yeah,
Punisher
exactly.
doesn't
Yeah.
really work.
Nah, that one's
It
pretty
was such a
violent.
good show.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I actually saw the last episode of it today, so it
but
was
do
great.
all those shows then do they have proper endings?
Not they have like
Sort of.
these open but satisfying endings.
Okay, okay.
So like you see them sort of put on the costume and like I
Ah,
am this person and
so it's like
sort of
yes, we defeated this bad guy, but the fight
yeah,
still goes on because
sort of yeah,
like a comic book.
yeah.
Yeah.
So over to the movies then.
Yes, the movies. Really excited about the Black Widow one, even though it feels like that one should have been released years ago.
Like
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah, not now when her like that part of the Avengers that phase is over with Endgame. It kind of ended.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you still haven't seen Endgame, so
No, I know, but I'm like if we look at what they're releasing, they're like she's from like phase one. It feels like
yeah,
she should have been phased out by now. Ha ha.
yeah.
To give space for the new ones. Like Doctor Strange is from phase three.
Yeah.
Eternals.
Uh,
Yeah, whatever.
is it okay? Is it how? It's okay to spoil Endgame for you, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I basically
was okay after
know
1
what
month, I
happens.
think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I basically know what happened.
Okay, so you know that she dies in that one.
Oh, she dies. Okay, okay. Now I wasn't sure who died or lived except for Iron Man. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and Captain America because he goes back and grows old with Penny Carter
Yeah,
or whatever she's
and
called.
stuff.
Peggy Carter.
Yeah, yeah. But so this movie, I think it's gonna be good. And yes, I agree, it should have come out earlier.
Yeah, because now it's gonna be a prequel.
It should have been after the second Avenger movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's gonna be interesting to see a prequel of a character who doesn't exist anymore. I mean,
I don't know, but like, what impact is it gonna have on the franchise other than just
None.
being like a one-off?
I think
No, exactly.
basically, I think the villains maybe
Yeah,
potentially.
like trying to
It
trying to
has
flesh out a
kind of
character.
good cast.
Oh sure, yeah, the cast is good, but like, so this movie, since it's a prequel, it only exists to like flesh out a character, and that's
Yeah,
gonna
exactly.
be
But
Black Widow. But the
this...
problem is she's dead, so
Yeah.
there's no point in fleshing out that
yeah.
character
So
anymore.
I think the movie's gonna be good, but I don't understand why they do it now. Now it's too little, too late for that character.
Exactly.
I'd say. So it's probably gonna be good, but I'm not excited because
No,
we're
me neither.
we're comfortable in this entire world where everything counts
Mm,
for other movies.
yeah.
This one won't.
And then I don't know. Well, technically, Shang-Chi is going to be the next one, or that's technically the first one. That has an actual date, February 12th. No, 2021. Sorry. It's Eternals after that. Yeah, right. They're on the timeline. And that one, from what I hear, it's about like immortal people coming down to protect Earth from some like god things.
I
It
think
sounds
it's
very
like
lofty.
They're basically gods, I think. The
Yeah.
Eternals, immortal beings.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Thanos was an
One-
Eternal. Yeah, he's some mutant Eternal or something.
Okay.
I mean, from what I gathered, it's something on the lines of like Green Lantern thing,
yeah.
protectors of the universe, and they're
Yeah.
super powerful, and they're from different races and planets.
Yeah. I heard something about that. Like I've only read like a little blurbs about all this.
Mhm.
Is there anything here on the timeline that they kind of hinted at in Endgame? Like the
No.
Eternals or
Endgame was actually very close.
okay.
It was
Well, maybe I need to watch that.
yeah, it was a really like bookend,
Okay.
I think.
Was there even I don't know if I've heard, but was there even a post-credit scene on that one?
No,
It just
it wasn't.
ended.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice. That's very restrained of them. Except the movie's 3 hours long.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Eternal seems weird.
yeah,
I
I
think it's
think
gonna be
that's
okay, basically, nothing more.
it's only fun for people who read the comics of the Eternals.
yeah, and it feels like that could have been a TV show instead.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what's the one they did a Marvel show that isn't canon?
The
Like
Inhumans.
yes, Inhumans. I don't know. I just because
That
it's
was supposed. It was
Eternals,
supposed to
Inhumans, and
be a movie. It
Yeah.
was supposed to be a movie.
oh right, and it turned into a TV show.
Which
Because
flopped.
it
Yeah,
was really bad.
Yeah.
yeah, and the concept of the Eternals sounds more like a TV show, more
Yeah.
than like WandaVision.
Yeah. WandaVision would be fun if they made a rom-com movie.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, it
Like
would
just
be
do
interesting.
a silly movie for fun.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
actually like watch that.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're trying to choose these obscure heroes.
Yeah, because there's like no recognizable comics to make movies of anymore. They're biding their time until they can make their own X-Men franchise because it's just ended this year with Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
So I think Kevin Feige did say that they're gonna
There
do
were some hints about it.
yeah, he hinted about Fantastic Four or at least Fantastic Four. He hinted at they're going to make one, but it's further down the line.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, there are more recognizable characters than the Eternals. Even Moon Knight is more recognizable.
oh, I
At
would
least the
actually
name.
like a Moon Knight movie because I read Moon Knight when I
Yeah.
was a kid. That one is cool. I like
Yeah, so
Moon
I mean,
Knight.
there are more interesting
Sure.
and recognizable characters. Why choose the Eternals of all things?
No, I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know. I'd never even heard
obviously,
of them. So
no, me neither. But obviously, they're trying to like expand the universe to make more cosmic powers and
yeah,
make the universe bigger, not only on Earth. But still,
I
nobody
mean,
cares. It's gonna flop.
I don't know if this is a spoiler, but
yeah.
just remembered the Black Widow movie.
Mm.
Isn't David Harbour supposed to play like Taskmaster?
Uh,
Oh, Taskmaster. Huh.
well,
Yeah, I
Taskmaster is
think.
in it, but wasn't Rachel Weisz playing Taskmaster? Maybe I just read that wrong. The way someone
Could
it
be.
was a tweet. Someone like,
So
oh,
basically, only the villain is gonna be
Mm,
important, basically, because he
Yeah.
has kind of a big role.
yeah. I don't know. David Harbour is in it, but from what I understood, Rachel Weisz is playing Taskmaster. I don't know.
I like Rachel Weisz.
I like Rachel Weisz too. I really like her. But yeah, you're saying that Eternals is gonna flop.
Yeah.
Do you mean like proper flop, like not?
no. For being
Like
a Marvel
Solo?
movie. For being a Marvel movie.
Oh, okay, so still gonna pull in a few hundred million, but not,
Yeah, I mean,
not like a
they-
billion.
Yeah, they're gonna go like they're not gonna lose money on it.
Okay, no,
So
because that's actually like the most
That's a big
amazing thing
cast.
about Marvel, about the Marvel franchise. There hasn't been a single flop. Every movie has made its
Yeah.
budget at least like double.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm still waiting for that big flop. So it's like, oh, you think it's gonna flop? But yeah, then we have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I have no idea what that is.
Me neither, but from what
I-
I've read, it sounds cool.
I mean,
what is it about?
the 10 rings. What's it called? The Mandarin has 10 rings. I know.
Oh right, the
the
Mandarin
main,
is gonna be in it. The real Mandarin.
The real Mandarin.
No,
So
Didn't you watch the video of the when they
I-
went through all the things?
No, I watched a shorter version. I wasn't gonna
Oh,
sit
okay.
through an hour of that.
No,
Fuck
I
that.
did. Well, I thought we were gonna prepare for this podcast. I
Oh
guess
my
I was wrong. Well, in that they go through, which was kind of interesting. I don't know if that's an afterthought though. But the Ten Rings have been like in the several movies before,
Oh,
but only in the backgrounds. A lot of evil guys had a Ten Rings tattoo. The guys who kidnap Tony Stark in the first Iron Man, they have a flag with 10 rings behind them.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
And there's like a lot of hints for it. And the Mandarin is the head of the 10 rings.
Yeah.
And in Iron Man 3, that was the wrong Mandarin. That was the fake Mandarin, but there's an actual Mandarin.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. I wonder if they're gonna retcon that Mandarin, or if they're just gonna like, yeah, there was a fake one, but here's the real one.
Yeah, and I think Shang-Chi. I'm just gonna check it out, but I think is something along the lines of Iron Fist thingy,
Mm.
like super good at karate and stuff.
Okay,
I
because
think
that
so.
Oh.
the video I saw, he said like it sounds interesting as long as it doesn't turn into Iron Fist.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah. No, I mean lore wise,
oh,
in
okay, okay,
the show and
yeah.
or in the comics. Yeah, he's referred to as the master of kung fu. Um,
Kung Fu means master,
yeah,
so he's the master
he's
of
a
being the
master.
best.
Yeah,
Oh,
do you know
whoa!
that? Okay, so his powers are that he's skilled at martial artist, and he can duplicate himself.
Whoa! So he can do that much like the. I remember from Dragon Ball, like, Goku could do the Phantom
Mhm.
trick. Cool. That's kind of cool.
So yeah, it's gonna be that karate movie stopping the Ten Rings. Yeah,
All right,
um,
all right.
It sounds okay.
yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be better to watch than the Eternals.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, sure. The Eternal sounds terrible.
Um,
I wouldn't say terrible, but I don't. It doesn't sound like a Marvel movie.
No, it sounds like a Marvel
no,
TV show. That's the thing.
It
yeah, but
doesn't sound fun.
but I mean,
That
as
yeah,
I
that
said,
too.
it could be now that I'm looking at it, uh, that they're trying. This Phase 4 is about expanding the different genres of Marvel.
Mm,
Because we have Black Widow, then we can do like the Taskmaster and the spy part of it.
yeah.
And then we have the Eternals with the cosmic parts.
Mm-hmm.
Shang-Li with the like ancient ancient one and karate and stuff. And Doctor Strange with magic, and then what is it? Thor with yeah, because we need some recognizable.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I
I'm
mean, Phase.
super excited for Thor.
I'm not.
I don't know, but let's talk a little bit
Yeah.
about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, the title makes it sound super fun because
Yeah.
I instantly think of Lovecraft because of the madness
Mhm.
thing, and to
It's
a
supposed to be
certain
scary.
yeah, exactly. I think they said it was gonna be the first like not horror, not outright horror, but like the first scary one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, and I think the first Doctor Strange it was fine, but
Mhm.
it had like it hinted at it kind of played around a little bit with like Lovecraftian themes
Mhm.
of like expanding your mind and like watching things that can't really exist in real life because yeah they go into different worlds and stuff. So if they're going to expand that, it could be good.
Yeah. I think based on the title and the fandom wiki site,
Mm.
they said they're gonna go to the dream dimension, the nightmare realm.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think this may be that he gets lost in the multiverse and tries to get home and goes from dimension to dimension. And if that's the truth, it's gonna be fun.
That could be fun.
And
Yeah.
again, it's gonna expand the universe because then we're gonna
Yeah.
start finding out about dimensions and that unlocks a whole lot of characters.
Yeah, because
And
I
maybe
heard.
there's a crossover with Freddy Krueger. Who knows?
Well, hey, don't.
Well, that's New Line Cinema, so not yet, not yet.
I mean, it's Disney. They can buy what they want.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
but New Line is owned by Warner Brothers. I don't think they can buy Warner Brothers just yet. Soon, but not yet. um, what was I gonna say? I completely
Yeah, I
lost
think
my
it's gonna
train of
be.
thought.
I think it's gonna be the most refreshing one. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like the most interesting one. Like, I don't know. From what they said about Black Widow, that sounds like it's gonna be the blandest one.
Mm.
It's gonna be like in the style of Winter Soldier, and
Yeah.
like Marvel has moved on from that like grounded kind of action.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a good movie, but it's if you don't think of it as a Marvel movie. I
Maybe,
think
yeah,
I think it's gonna be like just a good spy movie with minimal Marvel
yeah.
things.
Well, then it could work, sure.
Yeah.
And then Eternal sounds terrible. Shang-Chi, I have no idea because I've never even heard of the character.
Yeah.
So yeah, Doctor Strange sounds the most interesting.
Yeah.
But then of course Thor: Love and Thunder is the last one on here,
Mhm.
coming out in November 2021. Um, and it's gonna introduce a new Thor,
Yeah,
or a Jane, whatever her name is.
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster, right?
Yeah.
Is supposed to. She's supposed to pick up.
Wait. Oh,
Mjolnir.
I missed that Natalie Portman is gonna reprise her role.
Oh
Yeah,
I thought she hated Marvel movies.
yeah,
yeah.
she did because she didn't. She was only an arm piece,
Oh,
Now she's
basically. So
gonna.
that's why they're doing this one. But this happens in the comics
Oh yeah,
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 it
yeah.
happened a few years ago where Jane
because I
Foster
think
took over.
yeah, because Thor becomes unworthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is an interesting concept.
Mhm.
Him becoming unworthy, but if that's how they end his character and she takes over as Thor for the rest of the franchise, then it's kind of weird. I wonder how they're gonna write him out of out of the
I
franchise.
think it's what I thought of with Endgame that they didn't do, but I think this maybe is the time to do it. That he's gonna take the role as Odin, as the
Oh,
king of the
okay.
Asgardians.
Well, yeah, he technically
It
became
makes
king of
sense.
Asgard in
Yeah.
Ragnarok. So
So he's like he's can't be Thor anymore because he needs to rule. He can't be a hero.
okay.
So
Well, then it is kind of weird, but it's in the comics. So, but like that Jane Foster would become the new like Thor character because she doesn't feel like a Thor. Then I would
no,
rather see Valkyrie become the
yeah,
new Thor because she has that
definitely,
same kind of swagger to her. I don't know,
yeah,
it's the same style, but
yeah,
she's gonna be her own character, and they're gonna like team up or something. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, also because Natalie Portman hasn't been in any of the movies since like Thor 2
Yeah,
or the
Yeah,
World.
she wasn't even in Endgame.
No,
I thought they brought back like everyone in that one.
am I wrong, Gabba?
I I
I
I
don't think she's in the game.
maybe she's in the end scene.
Yeah, because I thought
Maybe,
there's like one scene where everyone is in it, every like
Yeah,
little
so
character.
maybe. I
That's
I
don't
mean,
remember her.
no, she probably just had like a cameo or something, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they took a giant picture, uh, from what I've heard
let's
in
see.
that scene when Tony. It's a lot of people didn't know why they were there.
Oh yeah, no, she was in Endgame.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Yeah, but
Stand corrected.
it was probably like blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a little weird that they shows her like as you said, like Valkyrie or just a new female character
Yeah. Why
for it.
her?
Oh, yeah, she's a weird choice.
Yeah,
It's
and Natalie Portman isn't the
it's because
first.
it's fan service basically.
Oh sure, yeah, because
Because it's
it's in
true
the
to the comics.
comics. Yeah,
And
but
her
like,
character is
sh-
supposed to be really good
Mm,
yeah, but
in the comics.
Natalie Portman isn't an action star, and I mean,
no.
I don't want to be like an ageist here, but she's pushing 40. So if they're gonna start like a new Thor franchise with her, how much longer could she like portray the role? That's the
No, I mean, I think this is gonna basically be for one movie
yeah, but then what? Like, who's gonna be? Is
because
Thor gonna come back?
no,
Can't do
yeah,
that.
because he has to prove himself to be worthy. Because she has the power for a couple of arcs, I think, in the comics, and then Thor gets it back
Okay.
afterward.
Okay.
Because in the comics, spoiler, she has like cancer, so the only
Oh,
way
okay.
she can be alive is by having the hammer, and she's always like self-sacrifice and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's why. Uh, but I think this movie's gonna be fun because it's Taika Waititi directing. So,
Oh yes, that's the
Mm.
big
so
saving
that's why
grace that
I'm.
he's
That's why
directing
I'm.
it.
Yeah, I mostly feel like I'm kind of done with Thor. I mean, I'm kind of done with Marvel. I was the biggest Marvel fan, as you guys know, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of done after Endgame because I feel like I got a satisfying ending. The arc is done, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see a few movies here and there. I don't think I'm gonna see all of them.
Yeah.
And from where it looks right now, I'm gonna see Shang-Chi and Doctor Strange. I don't really care about Thor. I don't like the character anymore. Feels like it's the same character, same thing every time. Oh no, I'm the mightiest in the world. Oh no, I lost my powers for some reason. oh, I got them back. I'm now the mightiest person in the world. It's the
Yeah,
same arc every time.
yeah,
So
yeah, and the last one was a good. It was like a satisfying ending as well, or like Ragnarok. Like it was a good.
yeah,
You had a good trilogy. I don't know, a good ending to a trilogy at least, and then they finished the character in Endgame. Yeah, like
yeah,
I kind of thought that was gonna be the thing. Like Endgame was gonna be like, yeah, the end game for this batch of Avengers.
yeah,
So
So
that's why
I
they,
thought also they were like gonna pass the torch to
yeah,
Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, the Guardians,
exactly
yeah.
right. So
and
Spider Man was gonna become like the new Iron Man or something, and then we
Hmm.
had like yeah, like Falcon, maybe Winter Soldier, but the new ones, right?
Yeah.
Don't bring back old characters.
Mm.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
And like the the fact that they're continuing a lot of the franchise with TV shows or digital shows. Um, me and Gaba briefly discussed it before the show, but I'm not a fan of TV shows. I prefer movies over TV shows.
Mm.
So I see it like a step down, but I guess technically in today's like media climate, TV shows are kind of the new movies. People have been,
Sort of.
people have been saying that for years, but with like Game of Thrones and some other shows like the
Mm.
new Witcher show, it really feels like people are putting more like money and care into TV shows or digital shows, TV shows.
I think the shift started around like Lost.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that was like this a soft start because then we had Breaking Bad,
After that, yeah,
True Detective, I guess True
Mad
Blood.
Men and everything.
Many of the
Yeah,
HBO shows were like more like movies than actual TV shows. So maybe that this isn't a step back; it's actually a step forward. But in my mind, it's like, oh, so we're getting a Falcon movie, but it's a digital show. So,
Yeah.
okay.
I would say it's both not a step either backward or forward. I think it's step to the left, just to spread in the net to get
Yeah.
all as many people as they can.
Yeah, but there's also like cause every phase before this ended with a big ending movie. Like phase one ended with
Mm.
oh my god, Avengers.
Avengers.
And then
Yeah,
phase two ended, well, it technically ended with Ant Man, but it ended with Avengers Age of Ultron. And then phase three ended with Infinity War and Endgame. This one, as it looks right now, it's going to end with Thor. And there's not really there's no like uh, face capper on this one. Like
No.
what's the big thing
they're
they're working towards in this phase? I don't know.
Galactus.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it's. I mean, they're. Because I think I saw something about Fantastic Four. They're probably gonna bring it back in like
Yeah, I read
20.
something about Fast
Mm.
Fantastic Four
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he hinted at it, but it wasn't going to be in this phase.
No, so it's
Uh,
gonna be possibly phase two.
yeah.
Phase 5.
I think the phase thing is kind of over. That they're keeping it up because they've always done it, but I don't think they have phases anymore. I think they from now on only gonna have movies and not overarching arcs at all.
Mm, okay.
I think they're just gonna have movies within the same universe that affect each other, but I don't think they're gonna have one of like the Infinity Saga, like
Yeah.
a big thing, a big story arc anymore.
Yeah, that they're all kind of working towards this big ending.
No, I just think it's they did that. Uh, Everyone got hooked. Now they're gonna just release movies.
Mm. But then it feels like even if I put myself in the shoes of someone that really liked all this Marvel malarkey, like isn't that making it feel like they're just diluting the whole thing? Like they're just now we're just gonna do stuff instead of working towards something.
Not really, I'd say, because I mean, people like comics, and comics are like that. Comics
Yeah.
doesn't have arcs. It's just this time it's Batman versus Joker. Next issue it's Batman versus Stiltman. It's that's an actual villain.
It is okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stiltman.
Stiltman. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
has really tall. He's really tall legs.
Oh wow. Sounds like a mastermind villain.
Top 10 worst abilities to have.
I think Stiltman is the only person who was close to killing Batman.
Oh my god.
Like in the old days at least.
Okay.
Or no, it's the Flash maybe. Never mind. Doesn't
Never
matter.
mind. Yeah.
But yeah, so I think they're gonna go more with the comic book formula.
Okay.
That this week on tour. I mean,
I mean,
Ooh, okay.
they should just have done like we suggested like a couple of years ago. Just do Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. You have the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fully on with that one. I talked about that in an episode of Important News Update, because
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's been talking about that. They've been asking Keanu Reeves, like, for every movie they've made, like, hey, you want to be in this one? And he's been like, nah, that's not really my thing. And then,
There's a rumor it's gonna be in Doctor Strange.
oh,
He's gonna play the villain.
I hope not. It's so nice to see someone actually say, no, thank you. You can keep your money. I'll do the stuff that I want to make.
I mean, he's probably gonna
Unless he
if he
wants to
does
make
it.
of course.
If he does it, he's probably gonna give everything to charity.
Yeah, yeah. But someone, I don't know if you know who Pro ZD is. He's the voice actor. And he mentioned on Twitter that, just like for fun, he said that John Wick versus the Avengers, John Wick would win because he's John Wick, and that gave me. Then I thought of the idea of doing Punisher versus the Marvel Universe, and having Keanu Reeves playing the Punisher. That could be something, but that would be like a one-off, a standalone.
I mean,
I
I
would
can't
watch
see
that.
anyone except what's it called? The actor? Is he the guy who plays
John Bernthal.
Bernthal? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
yeah, 'cause
like
he was amazing.
he was the perfect Punisher. Every
Yeah.
grunt he did, he was. I
And
mean,
this- and they're just screaming. Ah!
yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Have you seen the show?
I saw the first episode. That was it.
Sheesh.
Sis,
Yeah, but
you need to see it.
yeah, but like already in the first episode they started introducing like so many characters and like all these secrets within secrets and different organizations. I was like, stop. It's supposed
No,
to be it's supposed to like be this.
It's a
this
lot of
character
action. I mean,
piece.
if you like action,
Yeah,
you
I
should
know.
watch that
I
series.
know. I might. I don't know. Maybe
Mm.
someday. Probably not.
There was one more movie they talked about, Blade.
Oh
It was
right,
like
Blade.
they hinted at.
It's not on
'Cause-
the timeline, but yeah.
No, because Mahershala Ali came out, and then but you had a cap, and
Yeah,
it shows his big cap,
that's
who is actually the first superhero or hero, Marvel hero, that is black and had his own franchise during the 90s.
oh
Yeah.
right with
Yeah, that people
Wesley
suddenly
Snipes.
forgot when Black Panther came along.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
Yeah. He had a successful
mean-
trilogy 10 years before Black Panther.
I mean, it was basically the Blade movies and the Spider-Man and X-Men movie that made these movies possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of started the whole new wave of comic book movies. Yeah, before the MCU. Unfortunately, those movies aren't super. The first one is good.
The two first one are
Yeah,
good.
the second one is it's interesting. It's kind of
It's more
kinda
entertaining.
hokey. It's more entertaining, yeah, but
It's more action.
yeah, but then the third one is pretty bad. I mean,
It has one redeeming quality,
I like the concept.
and it's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, of course, Ryan Reynolds.
Speaking of Ryan
Oh.
Reynolds, did you see the teaser?
No, for what?
The new Deadpool movie, maybe.
Oh, we're doing another one.
Uh,
Okay.
I just gotta. I was reading a little about the Phase 4 now. So the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's gonna be a sequel to WandaVision.
What?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
As an interesting tease, Elizabeth Olsen will join the cast as the Scarlet Witch. According to Marvel, the events of WandaVision will be reflected in the Doctor Strange sequel.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh God.
That's
Now
weird.
now I kind of have to watch it.
Yeah, I know. And that's the plan. That's what they're counting on.
Jesus Christ.
So
But
now you have to get the Disney Plus thing, and you have to go. And
I
see the
mean, I
movie,
was
and
gonna
they're
do
take
it.
all your
I mean, I was
money.
gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
Because they're probably gonna have like a lot of old movies like the whole library of old Disney movies
Yeah.
and shows. So I kind of have to, like DuckTales.
Oh, okay. Blade, Fantastic Four, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel, and Guardians of the Galaxy. That's gonna be Phase 5.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't mention they're doing sequels. So Blade,
Wow.
but then once again they're like,
James Gunn is back, right?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing Volume 3.
So weird. It's so weird that they kicked him.
Well, it was a knee jerk reaction.
Yeah.
All of these like firings, except for like the people that were actually like found guilty of actual crimes, all these like when they fired people or canceled people, it's just knee jerk reactions. So they kind of have to like reel that back later.
Yeah.
So like, oh, he wrote some edgy tweets. Yes, you might find some of them offensive, but they're just tweets. You'll get your job back. Come back, come back. But they had to calm down the haters. They had to fire him for a little while.
I mean, they could
Yeah.
just reprimanded him.
Yeah. I don't know how would you. You can't like flog him in the street.
No, but they could literally posted up a video with like having a what's it called, lineal, and like
A ruler.
slapping his
Yeah.
yeah,
Snap his
and
fingers.
slapping his fingers.
Unfortunately, that's
fine.
not allowed in today's corporate structure.
I mean, I think James Gunn would totally be up for it. It would be a funny thing to see.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, that's gonna be Phase 5, starting
Okay.
with 2022.
Yeah. Uh, but
But
then,
it's too early to start us making these movies, I think.
yeah, but they can't stop. They gotta
No.
keep making money.
I mean, that's I don't. Why would they stop?
Yeah, there's no reason
I
to stop.
mean, they should like have people crave for it more,
Yeah, but that's the thing.
like a bad heroin habit,
But that's the thing. They've
like
been
when it really needed.
for the first 10 years or 11 years from 2008 with Iron Man up until 2019 with Endgame, they released at least one movie a year. Some years that was like 3 movies a year. Plus that we had the Netflix shows. So there's never been like a hiatus. Like even if like they only made 3 Avengers movies in like 4 or 5 years, but then they had the other franchises in the universe to pad out the time in between. So they've never actually stopped making these movies, and they're not gonna stop until they stop making money off of it.
Do you remember when they talked about having the TV show interact with the movies more?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
that was a good time.
yeah.
It happened like Daredevil season 1.
No.
Yeah, they mentioned the thing in New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
there
yeah,
was
yeah.
The New
No,
York
no.
incident.
The things happening in the movies had always into what was part of the shows.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
shows have never been a part of the movies.
No,
That's so
exactly.
stupid. Why did they say that it was gonna be like that?
Except one detail, but that's a stretch.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron, when they attack the base to get the Loki's staff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Agents of Shield show, they locate the staff, and that season ends with "Let's call in the Avengers." So that's how the Avengers find it out where it is. So
Yeah.
But
Kind of, sort of, no.
yeah,
Sort of. No.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Winter Soldier thing. And
Oh. Yeah.
Mm.
But what do we think about a new Fantastic Four movie? We had one like a few years ago.
Yeah.
No, it was called
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It sounds
Clearly.
nice. Yeah. I know that Josh Trank, the director of that one, was asked on Twitter like, "What do you think of their plans on doing a new Fantastic Four movie?" And he was like, "I don't care." That's basically what I think as well. I don't care. They made the two Jessica Alba ones, and I thought they were pretty bad. The second one was better, but still just okay. Silver Surfer is a cool character, but that's about it.
I mean, the only way to make Fantastic Four work is either totally revamp it,
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna have
um,
to.
or make it campy on purpose.
Like super campy,
Yeah, like the
like
first two.
like
Yeah.
like the original Batman campy.
But
Yeah,
what like the way the franchise or the universe looks right now, do you think a super campy show or a movie like that would work?
I mean,
based on based on
WandaVision.
yeah,
Hello.
Yeah.
based on Phase Four, I think so. We have WandaVision, we have Thor: Love and Thunder.
What
I
if?
mean, what if? I think it could. I think they're going in that direction.
Okay.
And
To
sometimes Guardians is kind of campy.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. The Guardians movies are pretty campy. Yeah.
because I mean,
Or
if
they're
Doctor
funny.
Strange in if Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going towards horror, why not go towards comedy and camp too?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like all because the original story is it's for astronauts going into space and then getting cosmic powers. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, we've seen like 10 characters now that have cosmic powers. It's not that interesting
Yeah.
anymore. But they could just there's a nitpick is they could just change it up. They go into the multiverse. You know?
Yeah.
Why don't they like skip the origin stories of the Fantastic Four and just introduce them
They
and
could.
just skip that part? Because
They did
I
that with
think by
Spider
now,
Man.
yeah,
They
So
did that with
it
Spider
could,
Man.
it should work. I
yeah.
mean, everyone has unfortunately seen those movies, and
Mm,
a lot of people that watch these movies like the comics as well.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would say it's like 40, 40, 60, or 30, 70.
Mm.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think it could work.
it could work. Yeah, Blade is a character, but that's also another one like with the Black Widow movie. Like that's a very grounded character. Like
Mm.
where does he fit into this multiverse franchise as it is now? Like
Vampires.
is he gonna
It's
battle
gonna be
space
dark.
vampires or
Well, maybe Doctor Strange is opening up for horror, so Blade can ride on that train. Maybe.
Yeah, I
maybe.
think so.
But like the concept of Blade would fit more like one of the Netflix shows. Like
Mm.
Blade and Daredevil could have teamed up. I think they even
Yeah.
do that in the comics. I know
Yeah.
Blade teams up with
Yeah,
someone at some point. I've only read a few
Yeah.
issues.
maybe they're just doing. Maybe the end game for this phase is Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. Mm-hmm.
that would
What
No.
about
that would be really 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 cool.
American American Dream? Can't be.
Yeah, like
No.
phase 6 is Deadpool just steps in. They spread the franchise so far. There's so many strands that they
Mm.
can impossibly tie it all together in the end. So then just Deadpool just walks in and says, "Stop! This is silly," and he just starts shooting everyone.
Mm.
And it
I
ends with
would,
him like killing the people, like Kevin Feige and his people that doing the storyboards and everything.
yeah. That would be fun.
And he breaks the fourth wall by saying, "You made this happen. It's all your fault." Talking to the audience.
You fucked it up.
Yeah.
They're not gonna do that, but that would be super fun. And Kevin Feige has said, but I think that was just him talking out of his ass, that they are working on how they're going to eventually end the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, I don't
Because
believe that.
because
I
no,
don't
yeah, he
really.
said like it can't go on forever, but then you watch Phase 4 and it's like, are you sure, Mr. Feige?
Yeah. I mean, the Infinity Saga was just jumping off point. This is when the Marvel Universe starts.
Oh yeah,
So
it's I don't know. Uh, my I don't know. I'm almost like a little like I got a bad feeling in my stomach watching all this stuff. It's like so much. I mean, we talked about that before. Like, I'm not saying these movies are terrible or that they're completely devoid of any like ingenuity or anything, but I'm like I want to watch something else.
You want to watch something original?
Yes, something more original than this.
Maybe that's not based on a comic or a book or something that's
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm feeling too. As
Yeah.
stated, I'm kind of done. I'm gonna see a few movies here and there, but
Yeah.
I think Marvel, it has gone away from an event as it's been the last like how many years?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, because it was
but-
always gonna lead up to the Infinity War.
yeah. Now it's gonna be more like in a background thing, like where people are gonna see, yeah, I like the Doctor Strange movies or I like the Thor movies, but
Mm.
nobody's gonna watch all of them anymore. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's got that time?
Yeah,
I mean, I
Yeah.
have to watch that WandaVision now.
yeah,
And I think maybe that's what they want. I mean, they realize that they can't just count on that everyone's gonna watch everything. They're gonna have to make different pockets for people to
yeah, and that makes
care about.
then it makes sense that they would make TV shows because it's something. It's not as much of an event. It's something you can just watch by yourself at home instead of going
Yeah.
to the cinema. Yeah, it makes sense.
Well,
But then if they're gonna like, then it feels like they're gonna like slowly phase out movies, and it's like only gonna be TV shows eventually. And
I,
since
No, I don't
I
think
mean
so.
maybe not completely, but I'm just like
I mean,
I'm being
I
a little
think the
I'm
big bucks are still in
yeah,
movies.
but I'm being a little hyperbolic because it's been the talk for the last few years that nowadays like 90% of movies in cinemas are Disney movies, like either
yeah,
Marvel, Star Wars, or Disney movies.
yeah.
So
Because
if
they
they,
own like everything.
yeah, I know. So, but if they stop making movies and just focus on their streaming stuff, like, are theaters gonna die out? Like the big
Mm.
multiplexes, are they just gonna shut down? Maybe you'll have like some art house cinemas left for like weird kooky indie
Maybe it's gonna have
movies.
the opposite effect. Maybe more other companies can make movies,
That would be
and
that. I would
they will
love
sell.
that. I would love that, but I don't know if the.
So it could be a good thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's true. I didn't think
I
of it
mean,
like that.
we when we saw Midsummer, it was packed.
Yeah, yeah, that was good to see. It was a yeah, it was a Wednesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday afternoon, packed theater for a little indie movie. Yeah, that was cool.
Mm.
That's what I like to see. Have you?
Midsummer isn't a little indie movie, is it?
Well, it was hyped
Mm,
up, but it's still like a. I think it just cost like $10 million or something. So it's technically a small movie.
Yeah, okay.
Backed
Yeah,
by.
no, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
I will, but I haven't seen it
Yeah,
yet.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
it was
I
cool.
mean, I loved Hereditary, so
Yeah. Yeah, but be sure to watch it in the cinema because it's a very visual movie. So
really?
more than Hereditary, yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah, maybe. I wasn't planning on watching it in the cinema. I was planning to watch it when it comes out on DVD, but
it
maybe
could be
not.
worth it. Could be worth it.
Alright.
Do we have anything else to say about Phase 4, about Marvel in general?
Well, I have some questions. What do you think?
Okay.
Uh, this like stretching out to different parts. Do you think we're gonna see? Is gonna be a time where Marvel is gonna have two huge storylines going on at the same time?
no,
I don't know.
it could happen, but I
I
don't
mean,
think so.
like two Infinity Sagas. Maybe not that big, that long, but
No.
several movies from with different characters with
Yeah.
same story, but more
Two
than
of
one
them.
at the same
Yeah.
time.
I don't know. I mean, I guess they kind of did that with the DC comics with Earth 2 and Earth whatever. They had so many different like dimensions.
Oh, I
And
was thinking about like dimensions. I was thinking like Doctor Strange and Thor is doing something, and Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Guardians of the Galaxy is doing something. Like one fighting Galactus and one fighting something else.
Oh, well, that would make sense then. Like just looking at Phase 4, like Phase 4 and Phase 5, then that you have like the more grounded ones, like the Falcon and Winter Soldier and
Hmm.
Blade and Black Widow. That would work towards one end game, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's like on Earth, a big
Mm.
terrorist thing, like Hydra, something
Yeah.
like that. And then you have Thor, WandaVision, and Eternals,
Captain Marvel,
and Captain
whoever.
Marvel, and all them. Yeah, working towards the new big cosmic threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But
But you mean that it doesn't lead to the same?
No.
no,
They're
exactly.
like,
They
But
have two.
they're running parallel.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I think to
Maybe.
begin with, but I think it's gonna end up like a big thing.
Also, I'm not saying that I want this, but it feels like they're spreading, so that's coming. Feels like it.
It could.
It could
work.
happen.
It could happen. It kind of makes sense, but then it also
Mm.
feels like the one with the more like space, multiverse, cosmic stuff is gonna like feel more epic and gonna draw a bigger audience than the more grounded stuff, unless they make those like really quality movies and shows. So
Yeah.
there might be a disparity between them. Like, well, why should I watch those when this is going on over here? Maybe I don't
Yeah. Because I mean, they did sort of the same thing with the Netflix shows with
know.
the Defenders.
Yeah, that they have their own little plot line
Yeah.
separate to the movies. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, it worked.
that did
It
work.
didn't feel less epic than the Avengers. I wouldn't say.
Mm. I don't know.
I didn't think at least.
I didn't watch Defenders.
No.
Yeah, of course, of course. Why would I watch a TV show? But yeah, but it makes sense. Like. I'm trying to think like a producer, and then it. Yeah, sure. It totally makes sense then. Thinking as a storyteller, it still kind of makes sense. But like, yeah, like I said, one story is gonna be like on this level, the other one is like on this level. So maybe not. I don't know, but it could work. Sure.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's hope not. Um. I just thought it because I mentioned DC before. I don't know how much you have seen of the new DC movies, Aquaman and Shazam and.
Oh, I haven't. No.
Oh, okay.
None of the
Aquaman
new
was
ones.
Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I thought both Aquaman and Shazam was good. But I was just gonna ask because they're doing a sequel to Wonder Woman, and it's gonna be just like Aquaman and Shazam. It's gonna be like it's technically part of the same story as the Justice League and the Man of Steel movies and all that, but they're kind of doing their own movies now. It's not as much part of a franchise as it is just tangentially part of the same world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of looking forward to those movies more because each movie has had more of a singular voice with the director and the writer like making their own movie. It doesn't have to feel and look the same as these other movies, kind of like the Marvel movies, all kind of look the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So after the Justice League, which was like the worst movie ever, it was worse than Batman vs Superman. But these new ones, oh yeah, also with the Joker, the new Joker movie, like they're trying to make.
That's the only one I'm kind of excited for. This
Yeah,
year.
but they're like focusing on making. They're focusing on one movie at a time more. I mean, they still have several movies in production, but so I'm definitely like more excited for that than the new Marvel stuff. Like watching these single movies, like, but they're it's quality over quantity basically.
Yeah. I disagree.
Okay.
I don't share your view. I think that. I mean, I've been spoiled by Marvel. If it doesn't happen in the same universe and doesn't affect each other, why should I care? It's just stupid superheroes then. There's nothing cool about it. They're just superheroes. I don't watch Marvel because of superheroes. I watch movies Marvel because it's a huge, cool universe and that's an interesting concept.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, and I agree. Like, but with Shazam, it was more than just a superhero movie. It was actually a movie about like it was almost like a character-driven movie, where it was more about Billy Batson, the character, like finding his place within this new family. I don't want to say it was about family, but then it sounds like Star Wars. But it was about family, basically. It was about teamwork.
I would say, in that case, I'd rather see a real movie.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
same
sure,
themes.
sure. But for what we have though, but you hadn't seen Shazam at all.
No,
I
I
mean,
haven't.
Okay.
it sounds like you're grasping for straws, trying to say that DC are doing better than Marvel.
No, they're not doing better.
It's what it sounds like.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying they're doing better. Like
I
overall.
promise, guys, they are better.
No. Overall, just watching what they've done so far, Marvel is still doing way better. But I think the new DC movies are more interesting. Like,
I mean, if you break it down,
yeah, I'm
like
actually
the
looking
singular
forward
movie,
to the
maybe
new
you're
Wonder
right,
Woman.
but like Christopher said, most people watch the Marvel movies for the whole package.
The
Mm.
interconnecting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking.
Because
for
I
myself,
rather,
you guys.
like he said, I would rather watch a non-superhero movie than if
Oh,
it's
sure.
about family.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
If it's about real stuff that actually matter, I would prefer a real movie.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was just asking.
We're
you guys.
shutting you down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
You're
No, no,
wrong.
no.
Change your mind
No,
immediately.
no. But okay. I'm not going to say, oh, you should give it a shot. If you don't watch it, whatever.
Now I'm probably gonna watch Shazam.
Yeah.
I just haven't had the time.
Oh, you haven't watched it either. Oh, okay. Because I mean, I'm not.
And I like the actor.
Yeah, and I'm no by no means a DC fanboy. I mean, I liked.
Yeah, right.
Shut up. I listen. There hasn't been a good DC movie up until now since 2012. All the new stuff they made, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, all that shit was just crap.
Yep.
Not even Wonder Woman was good, but that was it. It wasn't until now that they were actually doing good ones, actually good ones. So I'm not but I'm just these new ones. They feel more like movies than parts of a franchise. That's what I'm.
You mean like episodes?
Yeah. Even though I'm not saying Aquaman was not on the same level as Shazam. That was just a fun, stupid movie. But Shazam felt like a real movie. It was just it just happened to have a superhero skin on. Just saying. Either way.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah.
But Marvel is better.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I'm not denying that. Yeah. Well, that was yeah. It was just tangent. I'm working on a video regarding movie universes now, and because a lot.
What happened to the Dark Universe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
The Dark Universe.
actually, Lee Whannell, the guy who wrote the first two Saw movies, and then he's made a bunch of smaller movies after that. He made Upgrade late last year. Really good movie if you haven't seen that one. But he's actually working on The Invisible Man now. It's happening, you guys. No, he
With
showed.
Johnny Depp.
I don't know. I guess. All I know was that he had a picture on Twitter of the first slate, so they're actually filming the movie now.
Every time I think about the Invisible Man, I start to think about Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon instead.
Yeah.
And I realized I kind of like that movie a lot.
That movie.
It's so bad it's good.
It's really bad, but I actually watch it a lot because it's one of those movies. Even though it's violent and it's unnecessarily sleazy, it's still one of those comfortable. It's comfortable early 2000 movie that you can just watch while you're kind of falling asleep. It's one of those movies.
Yeah.
So if you catch if it's on TV, you're not gonna change the channel.
No.
It's no, I'm fine here. Is it good as it's gonna get?
Yeah. Just quickly about Invisible Men, though, since we're talking about that, I recently rediscovered this one. So this
Memories of what's that?
Memoirs of an Invisible Man. It's based on a book.
Never heard of
called
it.
the same thing. It's actually a John Carpenter movie that I saw when I was I was a kid. And then I didn't watch it again until recently because it was mentioned in some video. I was like, oh yeah, that one. So I bought it and it's great. It's it's not like a classic Carpenter movie, but it doesn't feel and look like Escape from New York or The Thing, but it has those little weird Carpenter things in it. So it was. I think it's a really good movie actually. So I want to give that a shot.
Okay.
Pretty good. Chevy Chase in a almost straight role, not comedic at all. Works. Kind of works. But yeah. So yeah, the monster or dark universe is still happening. I guess the Star Wars franchise is still happening. But what I was gonna say is that the only franchise, the only universe that has been successful, it feels like, both commercially and um, uh, publicly, or what the audience have actually liked the movies, is Marvel. But there is one smaller verse that has been kind of successful, but on a much smaller level, and that's the Conjuring universe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, but I was looking into it because I've been watching a lot of David F. Sandberg movies lately. Or well,
But it's like 6 movies now, right?
yeah, oh, there's a lot of them. And you have Conjuring in 1 and 2, then you have
Yeah.
Annabelle 1, Annabelle 2,
Yeah.
and
All
all
right,
the
there's
new
a sequel now. Yeah.
yeah, and
Then,
then there's Annabelle Comes Home, which came out this year.
Okay.
Then late last year we had La Llorona, and we also had The Nun.
The Nun. Yeah.
Yeah, and then next year they're doing a proper Conjuring sequel, so Conjuring 3. So
Huh.
far it's 8 movies, 7 are out, and the 8th one is coming.
Who's gonna make the third one?
Oh, I don't remember his name. It was some unknown guy. Unfortunately, it's not James Wan because he's a pretty good director. He's a pretty good horror director. But yeah, I mean, those movies have all been of varying quality, but
Yeah.
they're all like
The
inoffensive
core
movies.
the core series has always been good.
Yeah,
But
the
all the
Conjuring
spin-offs
is good.
have been bad.
Yeah, more or less. But
I
I mean,
only watched The Conjuring 1 and 2.
yeah, and The Nun was pretty bad. The first Annabelle it's not bad, it's just boring. The second Annabelle, it's interesting, but it's ultimately a pretty bad movie. I haven't seen La Llorona yet, but I'm working on it. But it's like been consistently successful. Each movie has like made their money and then some. So it feels like the only other really successful like universe franchise or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking into that to see if there's some even smaller like verses that we have missed. So trying to make a video
Now
out
me
of
just started to think about Supernatural in the episode with La Llorona.
that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a real thing. So, but yeah, I just thought of that. But anything else about Marvel? Anything else about
No,
Comic Con? I didn't really look
no.
into anything else in Comic Con. I don't care.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, really
I'm still gonna watch it.
okay. You're begrudgingly gonna watch it even though you don't wanna.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I was gonna skip was WandaVision.
And now you have to
And I
watch
like
it.
kind of have to watch it.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Just super quick. I don't know if we've talked about this before. Maybe we have. Looking forward to Rise of Skywalker? Anything?
No.
Fuck no.
Okay, good. Then we're done.
I told you before, I'm done with Star Wars.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Me
maybe,
too.
Well, yeah, maybe
Well,
we get...
I'm done with the new ones. I still love the old series.
Oh, sure. But I don't know if we talked about that live.
The Last Jedi ruined the franchise for me.
Well,
Hey, you can't say that. You're just a racist man baby. You can't say that. You hate women.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. No more Star Wars talk. I just wanted to.
I can't even play the game. I can't
Come
play
on.
Knights of the Republic. No, I'm so pissed off for
come
what
on, it's you. What?
I feel like the kids in South Park when they watch the Kingdom, the Crystal Skull.
You just gotta close your eyes and repeat. It's just a movie. It's just a movie.
I
That's
mean,
it.
the old movies and the games are still the same as
Yeah.
they were before.
Yeah.
But is it though? Because it leads to terrible.
Is it though? Is it though? Oh well, that's a discussion we're never gonna have because I think we're all done with Star Wars,
Done.
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah.
But well, yeah. Thank you, thank you for watching. We'll be back next week. Maybe we'll do what we were supposed to do last week. We were supposed to do a discussion of The Perfection.
Mhm.
I don't know. Did any of you watch it? Did you have time to watch it? Okay.
I saw it. I
Okay.
watched it.
Well, then we might have a discussion about that one because
Oh.
that's a pretty interesting movie. But that's for next week. So thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up thing, all that stuff, and we'll
Yeah.
see you the next time. Bye bye.
Bye.